Hey everybody, so in this video we're going to look at some auctions and some buy it now sales that have happened on eBay in the month of April so far. And the reason I'm doing this is because I really hate when people say that they're never going to be able to sell expensive boxes in the future, that the market pool just dries up. There's no one that's going to want to buy them. And it's just, in reality, it's just not the case. Like there's boxes that sell all the time for thousands of dollars. And today we're going to look at some of this. And at the end of the video, we're going to discuss actually investing in boxes once they hit, a certain multiple of MSRP, because everyone, a lot of people, I shouldn't say everyone in this hobby, but most people in this hobby tend to say that if you buy a box at a lower price, it's going to double faster. And that's just not always the case. It is true if you buy at a lower price, you're probably going to have less risk. Which is definitely a good thing. But to say that's going to double faster, we'll take a look at that because that's just not always true. Some of these sales to start off with, Plasma Storm Elite Trainer Box, right? And these are sales that were all confirmed. No best offer taken on any of these, even if it says best offer, that was like what was paid according to eBay. So this box sold for $6,000 USD. Again, all the prices you see in this video will be in US dollars. I went to ebay.com to do this. So black and white, was this the first ETB? It may have been actually. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below, but yeah, $6,000, guys. Next up, I believe we had a Team Magma, Team Aqua booster box. This sold for $17,500 USD on April 4th. And I mean, this is a very beautiful box. I love some of these old artworks. And one thing I want to point out, because I hear some people say this and it kind of drives me insane, is that you need to have a ton of feedback in order to sell an item like this. So that's just not the case. I mean, if you look at this guy's profile, guy or gal's profile, 152 feedback. They do have 100% positive feedback, which is great. I think it's important to have above 99, right? Once you get below 99 to the 98, it's even lower than that, like 95, 94, especially if you don't have hundreds of thousands of feedback. That's not a great sign, but 100% positive feedback, 152 feedback total. Not thousands, just 152. That's very obtainable. The first seller, 771. Again, I sold full-time for about a year. I didn't fully sell on eBay though. Most of my sales actually went to Amazon. I still have an eBay store with around 980, 990 feedback right now. So it's very obtainable to get this like within a year or two of just casually selling on eBay, maybe like 20, 30 listings a month. I don't think that's too crazy for most people if they're doing this part-time. Next up, a base set booster box. I believe this is unlimited, right? $20,000 USD. This one sold. Again, 44 feedback on this seller. Nothing crazy there. Next up, first edition Fossil factory sealed, $13,000. 17 feedback, 75.8% positive though. That's not a good sign. I imagine that this might just be, thrown off by one bad review. So again, take that into consideration, right? Like if someone has 4 really good reviews and then one person had an issue with them, it's very hard to come to a conclusion based on a sample size that small. But again, as a buyer, you can make up your decision who you want to buy from ultimately. But again, don't need too much feedback to sell a box this expensive on eBay. Next up, Team Up. This is actually really interesting because this was a buy it now, I believe, on April 5th that sold for $5,500 USD. And I'm not sure where I put the auction, maybe right next to it. Yeah, there you go. So an auction sold about a week prior, March 28th, 4,700 USD. And I think Nostalgianomics made a video on this like yesterday or the day before. Don't put stuff up at auction if you don't have to. Because, I mean, if you're a buyer, especially in this market, you want to snipe auctions and get a good deal on them. And this is still fairly close to market value, like close to 90%-ish, which really isn't bad for a sought-after booster box. But still, like if you aren't in a rush for money, definitely don't go auctions, go buy it now. And that's basically the difference of $800 and, I mean, really a week apart-ish. Yeah, basically a week apart. So there you go, $5,500 for a Team Up booster box, just insane. I guess that one comes with an acrylic case. This one didn't, but still, $4,700 even on the low end is very good deal for a Team Up booster box, considering that a lot of these people probably bought these at like $100, $200 a few years ago. Next up, we have a XY base set Elite Trainer box with Xerneas, I believe that is, on the front. I really don't care for this Elite Trainer box. It's, kind of bland and lame. I don't really like the artwork, but someone paid almost $4,000 USD for it. This was a big store that sold this, Mega Gaming and Comics, 13.5K feedback. 95 or 99% positive. That's very good feedback for a store of this size. So you know you're going to be getting a legit product there, and you're not going to have any issues with the seller. Next up, a sealed first print run Fusion Strike booster box case, $3,200 USD. And this was, I believe, a week ago, 6 days ago, April 7th. And there was another one I brought up here, a Fusion Strike, not first wave, or maybe this was still first wave, $3,100. Again, when you do the math here, like this is coming out to $510, $520 a booster box. This one was closer to $540. So that's a pretty solid price for a sealed case of Fusion Strike in today's market. Next up, we had Dragon's Exalted booster box. This was from a seller with 217 feedback, 100% positive though, $5,750 USD, and this was 3 days ago, almost 4 days ago at this point. Couple more here. XY Primal Clash Elite Trainer box. This one's interesting. I don't know if they were all like this, but this has the seal on the top of the box. It also had some damage here too, but still $3,800 USD almost. And again, that's before shipping and tax. I want to run through these last ones kind of fast because we are getting deeper into this video. Another XY base Elite Trainer box, $3,350 from a seller with 0 feedback there. That's interesting. This was a sealed case of 60 151 booster bundles, $3,837 USD. So it comes out to like $100 Canadian a booster bundle after tax for the person that paid this. Next up, we have a first edition Shadowless base set pack, $4,250. Very big seller here, 317,000 feedback, 100% positive, is a very legit store there. Then we had a case of 50, or not a case, a lot of 50 Journey Together ETBs for $3,000, $3,051 technically USD, pre-tax and shipping. Then we had an XY 2016 promo box. This is the Mario Luigi Pikachu, $4,580 there. Again, sub 200 feedback, guys. Like you can sell expensive products on eBay without issue if you just build up a little bit of feedback and get a few reviews. It's really not too hard. Next up, a sealed case of 6 XY Evolutions booster boxes, $8,600 USD, and then finally a 2014 Flashfire booster box for $4,211 USD before shipping and tax from a very large store. Almost 1 million feedback there, 99.8% positive. That's a very legit seller. Now, the second part of this video that I want to touch on quickly before we end here today is you'll see a lot of people bring up the idea too that once a box gets older and it passes a certain multiple of MSRP, it's just not worth holding on to because the newer stuff that's cheaper is going to double faster, right? You'll see this from a lot of new people in the hobby that go, it's easier for a box to go from $100 to $200 than from $200 to $400. And the reality is that's just not the case a lot of the time. And you really have to look at how good the set is. And this is kind of why it bothers me, why a lot of people too just really don't care that much about which cards are in the set and how good of a set it is. You see that from a lot of your favorite YouTubers that just say, just buy everything, right? Just diversify, it goes up with time. Well, the reality is if you do put in a little bit of work, and if there are screamingly obvious plays to you, those things are more than likely going to do better over time. And this is an example that I'll show you guys. So the date we have here to set the table, you have the sets on the side. So Evolving Skies, Fusion, Chilling, and Lost Origin. I just took 4 from Sword and Shield. You could take them all if you wanted to, but those are the best performing ones, so it's already going to prove my point. And then we took a couple sets from SV Era that were out on September 22nd, 2023. The date, September 22nd, 2023, is important because that's kind of the first time Evo Skies hit about 3x MSRP. I know $420.36 is not exactly 3x MSRP, but it's close enough. It's close enough for our example here. Because you see a lot of people, right? They said Evolving Skies at 400, like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't buy that. I bought newer stuff that was cheaper, like SV Base, Paldea at 90. You'll see here. You'll see what happens, right? So we take the prices of all of these on this day. And if you guys are wondering where I'm getting this data, I just took it from Pokedata, which again, you could argue if you agree or disagree with this being a legit place. We could go over here, September, like 20. Oh, come on, it's not gonna let me get in between. But you can go in here and figure it. There you go, like the 24th, 22nd, $420.36. So it was in that range, right? And I just did that for every box. Then we took current market value from Pokedata. These prices are all in USD as well. Everything in this chart's in USD, but it doesn't matter when you look at ROI and annualized ROI. So Evo Skies, ROI since since September 22nd, 2023. Guys, I really haven't slept in the past 2 days. It's been rough. So bear with me in this video. But the ROI on Evo Skies, 210%, 0.72, almost 211% since September 22nd, 2023. And that's an annualized ROI of 107.47%. So even Evo Skies, since it hit 3x MSRP, has still returned an annualized ROI of over 100%. And at the same time, you could have bought Chilean Rain or Lost Origin basically for MSRP, which for a lot of people, you could have bought Fusion Strike, which we'll talk about in a second, but Chilean Rain or Lost Origin, you could have bought essentially at MSRP at that same time, and you would have gotten nowhere near the same ROI or annualized ROI, right? Lost Origin at 88% is not bad. Chilean, again, at 64 is still a very legit return, annualized ROI. And Fusion Strike did beat Evo Skies, so we have to make it clear there are some sets where this just isn't the case, right? Like Fusion Strike outperformed Evo Skies. You could have bought it $140 under MSRP at the same time Evo Skies was 3x MSRP, but they're still very close, right? And Fusion Strike over the past 6 months has had just an insane run. So to me, it kind of seems like that's maybe slightly an outlier. But it's still probably the second best booster box set in Sword and Shield era, so we really can't say that's too bad. But comparing Evo Skies to everything else, right, it blows it out of the water. Even Lost Origin, which most people probably put as the third best set in Sword and Shield era, not even close, 20% difference. Chilean Rain, over 40% difference, right? And if you look at SV era at the same time, you could have bought SV base $84. You would have only gotten a 69% annualized ROI in the same time period. Paldea Evolved at $90. You would have only been at 81.2% annualized ROI. And Obsidian Flames, you wouldn't even been close at 48.64%. And Obsidian Flames was expensive in 2023, but even if you used $80 for Obsidian Flames, right? Say your buy cost was $80, and then you took the current market price of 208.17, you would have only got a annualized ROI of 85%, right? So even still, if you took a ridiculous number for Obsidian Flames, it wouldn't even have been close to Evolving Skies in the same time period. And again, I'm not saying you should go out and buy Team Up right now at $5,500 USD, but I am saying that the best sets tend to perform better over time. The data backs that up, and the reality is, even if you're still buying these sets at 2 to 3x MSRP, they still may do better than a lot of these newer, weaker sets that you can buy at $80, $90, $100. The only reason you would want to buy these sets is one, liquidity, because yes, even though this whole video is about you still being able to sell very expensive boxes in the future, the reality is the cheaper boxes right now that are newer, that people want the cards for, they are more liquid. That is the reality, but you can still sell expensive boxes in the future. The other thing too, with these cheaper boxes that are more liquid, you have less risk, right? Because you're buying very close to distribution costs. So hopefully this video makes a little bit of sense. If you guys agree, disagree, whatever, leave your thoughts down below. I always like hearing from you guys. I hope you all had a great weekend. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.